Play with
This is
five
for you.
packs, and then whatever else.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
Oh, you go ahead.
Oh,
Baxter.
everything was
Why?
Yeah, everything's good.
Go high. How far? What's my area?
Oh, you can stay in the camera. That's right there. That's pretty much the
I
edge.
might be pointing at the screen. I'm not very sure. All right.
Sarah, could you get the lights actually? I think that'll help. Oh, wow.
Too much?
I think that's good actually. I like that. I think
Okay.
that's good.
Well, fine. All right.
Can you see him on camera though?
Yeah, a little, but it's good. We mostly just need the images anyway, so.
All right.
Okay. So I did my review on hold on, this looks over here. On the video game visual novel series Zero Escape, which started a few years ago and originally started off as just one game called 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. Came out in 2010 for the Nintendo DS, and it's really different. It's very puzzle based, but also the story is what I find to be the most important part. Basically, this guy wakes up and he's on this boat, and he doesn't remember how he got there, and he's told that he's playing the No Air game, where he has. He has to get off this ship. He's on a ship. Oh, by the way, the room he's in, the window shatters and water starts flooding the room. So he has to walk around the room, finding all these pieces of puzzles and solve it, and then get out of the room before the room fills up and he drowns. Of course, you don't actually have a time limit in the game. It just builds up the stress for you to solve the puzzles. And you meet up with these 9 other people, or he meets up. 8 other people, sorry. There's 9 persons in total, and they're told through a speaker that they have 9 hours to get off the ship before the entire ship sinks. They have to find a door with the number 9 on it, and they each have a bracelet on their wrist that is a number 1 through 9. The bracelet signifies what certain doors they can get through. It's a really complicated device where only the numbers have to add up to the number on the door, but the root number, meaning this is really complicated. Please bear with me. If 5 and 6 try to go through a door, or actually 5, 6, and 2, you need 3 people between 3 and 5. The number then would be 13, and that would be the 2 digits have to add together. 1 plus 3, they can only go through the number 4 door. And it's really complicated, but as you play it, you'll get it, understand it more. Every time there's a story section, then you go through a puzzle section where this pops up. You have to find your way out. I think I already described that. The escape section is basically you find items surrounding the room. There's a bunch of rooms to go through, and there are puzzles, main puzzles you have to solve, eventually leading you to unlock the door. You can view them, you can combine items, and the touch screen. This is only for Nintendo DS, but I also heard the Justice Story, not the actual game part, is being released on iOS sometime this year.
Woo!
So if you want to go through that, that's honestly fun. Story section, this is my favorite part, is there's always dialogue at the top what the characters are saying, and the bottom is always describing what is happening, just like a novel, visual novel. And there's also branching paths. Like you'll get to where you meet everybody, and you'll get the choice to go through either door number 4 or door number 5. Depending on which doors you go through, depends on which ending you get. And there are 6 different endings, well, technically 5. And honestly, only 2 of them are really important. The other 3 are like game over endings. But yeah, it's pretty long. It will take you about 30 hours to get through the whole thing. The characters are really neat. Every character is important in this game. There aren't really any filler characters. And you have a lot of kind of stereotypes, but not at the same time. You have, the beautiful woman, but she's also really smart. And you have Brute, who honestly, it's hard for me to talk about these characters because I don't really remember what's a spoiler and what's not about them. and that's just the fun, is learning about them. You're the main character in the middle there, so you never really see him, since it's all through his eyes. Next is, there's a sequel, and they decided to make this whole game series into a franchise, is where they got the name Joe Escape. This one's called Virtue's Last Reward. It was released on the PlayStation Vita and the Nintendo 3DS, and personally, I like this one more. It comes with, oh, don't even remember what it comes on the freaking slide.
Sorry.
So this one is No Narrative Game Edition. Basically, you're now a character called Sigma, and you wake up in this elevator shaft with this other girl called Fee, I believe, or it's either Fee or Phi. And this rabbit thing called 0 to Third. Oh, that's something I forgot to mention. The voice that is pretty much guiding you throughout the whole game through the intercom, the person that organized it, his name is Zero. Get it? Because there's 1 through 9, and then there's the number 0. So this guy is 0 to Third. He pretty much antagonizes the characters throughout the whole game. This one is it's a sequel, but they really changed it up. Instead of having to go through 9 doors with numbers on them, they have to add up points to get through the number 9 door, which will only open once. How you get points is really interesting. I'll get to that in a little bit. But first, they still have to solve puzzles. And by solving puzzles, they get to the end of the rooms. And instead of actually doing the puzzles to unlock the door, there's a little safe in the room that you do the puzzles and you find the code. So if you really don't like puzzles and you just want to go through the story, you can look up the codes online, put them in, and continue with the story. That's really if you want to skip all the fun. How you earn points, oh, this is the interesting part. After every puzzle round, there is something called the AB room going, which is where the Ambidex game comes in play. Every wristwatch, oh, by the way, I have a replica right here if anybody wants to see it. Thanks to Cody for bringing it. He was the one that bought it during this promotion for Hurricane Sandy relief. Anyways, so of the 9 characters, there are 3 different colors, and all the characters wake up, and there's a number 3 on the wrist, but it's a different color. I don't honestly remember the colors, but 2 of the colors will say pair, and 1 will say solo. So when it comes time to go into the Ambidex rooms, the partners will go into one of the elevators, and the opponent will go into the other. And what they have to do is choose whether pick that other person or partners as an ally or betray them. If both of them choose ally, they get 2 points. So 3, you're suddenly now 5. If one chooses betray and one chooses ally, the person that chose betray gets 3 points, but the other person loses 2. This is really bad, because if they reach 0, then their watch will first inject them with a needle that will make them sleepy, and then the second needle will poison them, kill them. So it's really high risk, and it's also really shocking when you choose ally and the other person chose betray, and you just kind of hate yourself for that. And then you also hate them. I have never felt such a strong hatred for any, or felt so backstabbed at a computer in my entire life. Because I just choose ally for everyone. These characters, I actually like these ones more. They're also important, like the first game. And you still have some of the stereotypes. You have, Sigma is that guy, the one in the racer outfit, by the way. I don't think they ever explain their outfits. They never seem to explain them. You just kind of wear things.
Well, it's actually worse.
Or,
so,
in the case of Alice, wears less.
No, what's
Again,
really got me
ours
is the
isn't
fucking
worse,
giant
so-
right there.
Oh, yeah.
The other guy looked like construction worker. That one looks like he belongs in Street
I should
Fighter.
mention,
What part
he
of Arc
woke
System
up
works that
and
nobody
he's suddenly in a
understands?
robot costume.
Especially with their.
Oh, he woke up and he was just in that?
Yeah, that's not. He just woke up and he's in that. He doesn't remember a thing. So
Okay.
that's fun.
Wait, but that arm doesn't look. Did they rip off his arm to do that?
What? The robot?
Yeah.
That's part of the suit.
It's a sleeve.
Oh, that's an actual robot.
Yeah, no, it's not it's a suit. Like you just jump inside of.
Okay, I get it now. Because I thought it was a man that was really that big and they dressed him up like a robot. And I'm about to say, that arm looks too skinny to be a real arm. Did they rip his arm off to put a fake one on for the costume? That son of a bitch is committed, I gotta tell you.
Yeah. So that's fun. He's also the most humble character. So
I imagine so. He looks really cool.
yeah, probably will.
He looks like a death cyborg that would give you a flower.
Or we could just say bang.
So they're planning a Zero Escape 3. They haven't announced it yet. Well, there's little murmurs like on Twitter. The creator talked about how he wants to do it. It's definitely going to happen. My guess is it will come out next year, following the trend of 2 years between the first and the second. But yeah, those games are really exciting, and something I should mention.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There's nine main endings in Virtue's Last Reward, but there are actually 24 overall, including game over ones. And the problem with the first game is that you have to replay the whole game to get different ending. This one, you can just choose a point in the story, any point, to play from. And it's really nice to get all the endings.
All right.
And that's about it.